Hi, welcome to Practical English, and this is the first of a series of videos we're doing about frequently asked questions about the IELTS exam. Now, we get emails all of the time and we get chat box messages on our website all of the time. People ask us questions, and we have had lots and lots of questions about IELTS speaking, so we're going to start answering some of those in this series. So if you have a question, you can get in touch with us by going to our website or by leaving a comment down below. The question we're going to look at today is, what should you do if you don't understand the question in the IELTS speaking exam? And I think this is mostly going to come up in IELTS Part 3. Now, when you're in this situation of not understanding the question, it's either going to be that you just didn't hear what the examiner said, or that you don't understand one or two of the words in the question. And this is something students get very anxious about before the exam. And so the first thing I want to say is, don't worry about it. Think about what you would do in a normal situation if you're speaking your first language, if someone said something and you didn't understand it. And you just talk to them about it, right? You would ask them a question to help yourself understand. So it's a completely normal thing to do in your first language, so it should also be a normal thing to do when you're speaking in English. And so there's no reason to be nervous about this if you're worried about it before going into the exam. Really don't worry about this. It won't happen as often as you think. And if it does happen, you can just ask the examiner to clarify. If you don't hear what the examiner says, you should try and be polite. You should give a polite response to this. You shouldn't just go, what? Right? But you can say something like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Could you repeat the question, please? A nice long phrase that shows it's not a problem with your English, you just didn't hear them. Now, if you don't understand one of the words, let's say the examiner uses a word like defenestrate, which you have no business knowing. It's not a useful word. It means to throw someone out of a window. If the examiner says defenestrate in the exam, you should say something like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what defenestrate means. Could you explain it to me, please? Or something along those lines. So don't just say what, or freeze up, or say I don't understand. Ask the examiner a question. That's a completely normal thing to do in your first language. It's also completely normal to do in English, so don't feel shy about it. Obviously, you shouldn't answer every single question with, oh, I don't understand, but you can answer like that some of the time, and it's not going to take away from your mark. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you have a question about English or the IELTS, leave it in a comment down below. Also, like, subscribe, and check out some of the videos that are floating somewhere around my head right now.